Now we're going to start with the bulk of what we'll be going through this evening. Leslie Mitchell-Kroger is going to take us through the claims forms, the declarations, the release form, the lien disclosure form, and the supporting documents in detail to help everyone who has any questions. And again, we remind you that you can put questions in the Q&A box, not the chat box, but the Q&A, and get them answered as we go along with the presentation. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Leslie.
Thanks, Beth. And Trishelle, you pipe in if I say something wrong. There are a lot of slides here. We thought it was important tonight. We've kind of been through this the last few times, but we're in the 5th week now of the claims process. So we really want to get a little bit more in the nitty-gritty of each of these forms so that you all understand. At a minimum, there are 5 forms that need to be completed for your claim. And let's go ahead and start with the claims form itself, Beth. So let's actually, we're going to take a look at each section. So this is the claim form. So let me take a step back here. And so a couple of things. Remember, only those people who registered are eligible to now complete the claims package. I'll say that again. Only those people who registered are eligible to complete a claims package. If you completed a claims package, if you completed a registration form, a paper form, and you mailed that in, or you dropped that at the Flint office, you should have already received a hard copy claims packet. If you have not, you will need to contact the claims administrator, and we'll have that information at the end of the Zoom. If you completed your registration form online through the claims administrator's website, you should have already received an email with the link to do that. If you have not, then again, you need to contact the claims administrator. If you had an attorney assist you, if someone from our group, class counsel's group, assisted you, then you should have already been contacted by the person who helped you with the registration form. If not, you need to contact our office, and we'll have that information at the end. Assuming that you have looked at these forms, and I know we've talked to a lot of people who have looked at them, that said they look very complicated. Let's go through them now together. So your claim form, this is how it starts. There are a lot of instructions. I invite you to read them. But Beth, let's go to the next page. It talks about documents that you're going to need. Your ID, if you didn't already submit that with the registration form. If you are filing on behalf of a minor, you need the birth certificate. If you're filing on behalf of someone who's passed, you'll need the death certificate. You'll need some information on the estate that's been set up. If you are filing a property claim, you're going to want a deed. If you paid a water bill, you're going to want a copy of that. If you are filing on behalf of minors, you need something to show that they lived and were exposed in Flint. That could be an income tax return. That could be a school record. So there's all kinds of things that are available to you that can be submitted in the claims form or with the claims form if you're mailing it in. Go ahead to the next page, Beth. If you're doing this electronically, it will tell you where to upload things. If you are submitting it by paper, you're going to make copies and you're going to mail it in, or you can come into the Flint office and we'll indicate to you later on how you can make an appointment, but you can drop in the Flint office if you need to. But if you have a hard copy that was mailed to you, there should be an envelope that you can slip it all into. I would suggest making a copy. If you're sending it certified mail, which is not a bad idea, I would suggest make a copy of that, hold on to that so that you can show proof that you mailed it. Next page, please, Beth. And again, keep going. We're literally just showing you the form online so that you see all these. Okay, claims form, the nitty gritty, here's the information. This is about you. This is about the claimant. If you did it electronically or you did it in paper, this should be pre-populated. So the last name that you put in the registration form is going to show up on your claim form. If you missed something, if you didn't put a middle name in, it's going to be blank. Go ahead and fill that in. If you didn't put your social security number on your registration form, it is vital. If you want to recover any money in this settlement, a social security number must be in the system. They will not issue a check. So bottom line, you must submit a social security number. And I know we've talked to people that are hesitant about that. This is a safe and secure site. And ultimately, if you want to receive a check, you must submit your social security number. Go ahead, Beth. Date of birth, your current address. Now, this is one thing. When you send in your registration form, you may have moved since then. Those were due the end of March. If you have moved, now is the time to update on your claim form. What is your current address? This is where the letter from the claims administrator is going to come back to you. So we want to make sure that there is accurate information here. The first section says, how long have you been there? From whatever date to the present. Next page. And all the other places that you may have lived where you were exposed to the Flint water since April 25th of 2014. Electronically, you can put in at least 2 addresses. If you need to add additional addresses, you can type them out on a piece of paper, you can write them out on a piece of paper, and you can upload them. Because remember that the time period, April 25th, 2014 through November of 2020 is that key time period under the settlements. You want to make sure every address where you lived, where you were exposed is included. Next page, Beth. All right, this is your phone number. If you have more than one number to give, great, do that. Put your email in case the claims administrator needs to contact you. Put your email in there. Keep going. All right, now, this is the second section of the claim form. If you are filling the claim form out on behalf of someone other than yourself, so a minor, your child, if you've been appointed to represent someone who is legally incapacitated, if you are the personal representative of an estate, then you would check yes. Otherwise, you check no. If you're filling it out on behalf of yourself, this is a no. If you're filling it out on behalf of someone else, then you check yes, and you go on to complete this section. Next, please. What's your relationship? Are you a parent? Are you a step parent? Are you a legal guardian? Are you the estate administrator? Whatever your relationship is to the person that you're filling the form out on behalf of is where you check here. And you'll need to prove that you have legal standing to do this. So here's where you describe your relationship. You put in your name, your information, so that the claims administrator or the special master or whomever might be looking at this, the judge, if there is a question about your ability to represent the minor or the estate or the individual who's legally incapacitated, you need to put contact information here so that they can contact you with any questions that they have. Again, if you are doing this on behalf of someone else, your social security number needs to be put down, your date of birth. If you're doing it on behalf of someone who had passed, you need to put the date of death of the claimant there, and then all your contact information. Does an attorney represent you? Hopefully you know this by now. Let me just say that if you are an adult, a property owner, a business owner, class counsel, this group has been appointed to represent you. You do not need to retain an attorney to do that. If you are working on behalf of a minor, you do not need to hire an attorney to represent you. You can do this on your own. You can inquire of class counsel. We are here to assist you. If you do have an attorney representing you, this is the place to indicate who that is.